Welcome Dr. Lokeshwara Sajja to deliver a lecture on pump versus off pump CABG.
Good morning everybody. At the outset I would like to thank the organizers of SCVS India 2012 for giving me the opportunity to discuss the merits and demerits of two strategies of surgical myocardial revascularization. One of the most hotly debated and polarizing issues in cardiac surgery has been whether coronary bypass surgery without the use of cardiopulmonary bypass or cardioplegia is superior to that performed with heart-lung machine and the hearts being arrested chemically. That is called standard CABG. Initial descriptive studies reported excellent to outstanding outcomes with APCAP, resulting in less use of resources, less blood loss and less homologous blood transfusion, less morbidity and shortened length of hospital stay. All these reports were non-randomized. My discussion would be based on the evidence from the published data in English literature on retrospective studies, meta-analysis and prospective randomized trials. One of the landmark retrospective study published in American Journal of Cardiology, the study from the New York State, where they included 68,000 patients who underwent CABG in the year 1997 to 2000. There were close to 60,000 on-pump cases were compared with more than 9,000 APCAP patients. And the higher proportion of patients were older people, women with low ejection fraction, previous CABG, stroke, peripheral vascular disease, congestive heart failure and calcified aorta were present in the APCAP group, whereas in the on-pump group, higher patients had acute myocardial infarction and who are in shock and who received cardiopulmonary resuscitation, and also patients with critical left main stenosis and when the more number of diseased coronary arteries to be grafted. There was a higher incidence of stroke in standard CABG patients and also requiring reoperation for bleeding in the standard CABG patients, that is on-pump CABG patients. There was which was a statistically significant difference. And the GI complications, particularly, but I think with the coronary trial that is coming, it's probably if they do, 1 year graft versus it would become much more superior study, where these people have included who has done 100 or 200 APCAP CABGs and the on-pump CABGs. Those are because they have rectified the problems that have earlier publications had. So probably if these people study the graft patency at 1 or 2 years, that will give much more information. And this, and it is a randomized, it's multi-center, because single center is always have a bias whether what type of patients will come. The same thing was questioned to Puskas when he was telling the patients you are getting all are suitable for APCAP, because the bias and the referral bias is there already. The cardiologist refer only the patients suitable for APCAP to Puskas. So even randomizing the patients who is getting will be, you are not really comparing the apples to apple.
Is well established in our Asian countries and then Europe and other areas, but it was not well established in United States. And now the people are trying to learn more of off pump and then go for minimal access CABG, minimal access and then off pump.
Because that's also the problem. In the United States, if the patient has got any ECG change in the post-operative period, he is re-angiographed. Whereas in our country, even if he has a problem, unless he had a frank infarct, then only, even then it is not annual, he was treated for infarction. So there is no ways there where it is done, because it has become rich, it has plateaued the off-pump takers in the, from 25% to now it is 18% in STS database. And there are two procedures to benefit the coronary artery disease patients, but probably selection is very important. And also it has to be viewed with the surgeon's experience and the institutional this thing and the patient population. Suppose if a patient has got diffuse disease, whatever his experience, I think it will not match a operation on a stilled coronary artery than a beating coronary artery. But some patients, but other patients would be there. Unless you do routine, because in all the studies where they have not done the post-operative angiograms, to say that way, at least even limited number of patients. All the angiograms are done, patients are either symptomatic or the patients are accepted, but they are not consecutive patients. So you cannot draw any conclusions when you angiogram patients at random. And
recently that hybrid theatres are coming up, and then the people may plan for angiogram, simultaneously graft angiogram, and then if there is any block or anything like that, then they can redo it. Suppose even after completion angiogram, and then if still found again the same graft was blocked, what they are going to do?
We at SGPGI were a part of coronary trial, and the beauty of coronary trial is this has included 4,700 patients. This is the largest surgical trial in the world, randomized trial, for any surgery done. So this has got a power of more than 90. So it is a statistically very strong trial. The second beauty of coronary trial is the patient included are not simple risk patients. Those were excluded. They are at least moderate risk patients. So the Euro score is somewhere around 3 or 4, between 3 and 4. So this is the second point. The third point is when we discussed the results of coronary trial in Chicago meeting, the primary endpoints are similar. There is no difference. In secondary endpoints, the respiratory complications, the ventilation time, the transfusions, they were less in off-pump group. But again, same thing which I have seen in your study, the number of grafts are less in off-cap. And the less numbers have been reported from India. So India was standing out there. So in India, on pump and off pump, we contributed maximum number of patients in 4,700. I think we had around 1,500 patients from India. So this trial is very important for India also, because 1/3 study comes from India. And there was difference. We have grafted less on pump. I have a question for you, sir, that when we see the difference in grafting, it is 3.1 to 3.7 in your cases. Does it really make any difference if you have grafted 3 arteries in a coronary bypass?
No, actually, for our study also, the index of completeness of revascularization same between the two groups. Though the number are less, but the completeness of revascularization is more. Probably there is a bias. Initial when included upper pyramid, we have done less number of graft patients was chosen to do the off-cap procedure. But now we do maybe the more recent, last 3 or 4 years probably, if we analyze, then the number of grafts are no difference between the two groups. But probably that we have to analyze, because now with the Euroscore also coming, we have to see how they, with the Satyanarayana's this thing, we are including Euroscore and all those things between the different risk strategy, risk this thing. Probably it will give more.
Second important thing which I feel what we are discussing here is we are comparing gold standard to the gold standard. Coronary artery revascularization is gold standard in revascularization. Now we are discussing on pump versus off pump. What is interesting to look at in a different way, that these two things are not different. Either you do on pump or you do off pump. They are
surgical.
So the important thing is to understand this also, that we are comparing two gold standard things.
Actually, this number of grafts difference, all those things were existing before 2007, but in the recent past, last 5 years, there is not much of difference between these two, on pump, off pump, number of grafts. Finally, I have a question for you, Dr. Lokeshwara. Which procedure would you like to do in a patient with comorbid conditions like respiratory infection, urosepsis, this type of patients. Which one?
These are the patients we prefer to do off-cap. Because particularly the
Is there
incidence
any
of no for the
difference
incidence of
between the
septic
morbid-
complications mainly they are much more common in on-pump. When you put the patient on cardiopulmonary bypass, there is a definitely drop in the immunity level, and they are prone for. And when you do the on-pump, particularly urosepsis, those are going to frank septicemia in the post-operative period. And the patients who has got renal insufficiency, particularly creatinine around 2 or like that, or GFR not crossing 50, then we always go for off-cap. Whereas other patients, in the low-risk patients, if you ask me, I will do on-pump. Because if there is no other risk, then it would be at ease to do this, not much of stress, and definitely you can do maybe superior anastomosis in the on-pump group. Only for high-risk patients, particularly related to renal insufficiency or previous history of cerebrovascular accident, and patient being treated for sepsis. These are the patients, I think. And if a patient has got a diffuse disease with all the comorbidities, I still prefer to do on-pump.
Thank you, Dr. Lokeshwara.